Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And today we're going to continue to talk about Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's right, Breakfast at Tiffany's, that piece of shit movie. From what year was that? Oh, yeah, 1961. 1961, a classic. It's a classic amongst the rom-coms of that era. Once again, it's all written by gay guys, just like Sex and the City was. Okay, yes, so we're going to talk about Breakfast at Tiffany's. In this series here, what I'm doing, my chick flick destruction, I'm going to take your favorite chick flicks, I'm going to break them apart. That's what I do here. I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got. Okay, you watch this movie with your girlfriends, with your aunts, your grandmas, your moms, you know, with your gay friends, ladies. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You probably had watch parties and shit, okay? Well, you're not going to get none of that crap here, okay? I don't give a shit about the fashion. I don't give a shit about any of that crap that's going on here, okay? You know why? Because I'm a fucking straight guy. That's why. I'm going to talk about the relationships. I'm going to talk about the believability. I'm going to talk about a man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got. Your brother ain't going to tell you that. Your dad ain't going to tell you that. Your husband ain't going to tell you that. Your boyfriend ain't going to tell you. You know why? Because they don't give a shit. Because they didn't fucking watch this movie unless you made them watch it. Or some girl made them watch it, okay? That's what happened to me. Okay, I didn't watch this movie until I was like 30 something years old. All right, and the only reason I watched this because some girl wanted me to watch it because she loved it. There's lots of girls love this movie. I've known lots of women that love this fucking movie. So I finally got around to watching it. I didn't see what the big deal was. There's some good stuff here. It's not a horrible movie. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. Nothing like that. Okay, it's a pretty well-made movie. You know, as far as it's got a beginning and an end. You know, there's people moving in it, people talk, there's a character arc. But what I didn't like about it was that it's not believable. It's a fantasy, it's lollipop land, but it tries to make you think that this could really happen to you. That's the biggest problem I have with rom-coms. And this is a good example of it. Okay, it's a love story. Everyone always talks about how fucking beautiful Audrey Hepburn is and how her fashion and her character and her personality and the big fucking satellite dish that she wears and the fucking sunglasses that she wears indoors. You know, I mean, they keep talking about that shit. The fucking 17 fucking pearl necklaces that she's wearing. It's just like, come on, man. Who gives a shit? You ladies give a shit. I don't give a shit about this stuff. I don't give a fuck. I don't think Audrey Hepburn's that great looking. She's pretty, but I wouldn't go to war with Troy for her. Okay, I wouldn't. I would not. Okay, this movie is about two fucking prostitutes that fall in love with each other. They both have a heart of gold. Get the fuck out of here. Ripley don't believe this shit. Come on, this is fucking stupid. This is stupid. You know, at least the book was better. At least in the book, it was about a gay guy who befriends, okay, a gold digging fucking girl, okay, a gold digger girl, okay. He befriends her, okay. They become buddies, BFFs, if you will. Okay, he understands her in a way that all the straight guys that she uses for money don't understand her. Okay, but there's no romance. I mean, the guy says he loves her, but he loves her, and he even says, I love her the way I loved my school teacher when I was a kid, or the way I loved the woman that washed my car, or shit like that. That's what he compares her to. It's not romantic. There's no romance between the main character and Holly Golightly in the book. The main character has no name. He's not Paul Varjak. He has no name. Okay, so there's none of that going on here. Okay, in the movie, they changed it into a fucking rom-com so that the guy falls in love with her, and they turned the guy into a fucking gigolo, not even a gay gigolo, which I'm sure he could be rolling in the money with his looks, but no, a straight gigolo. Get the fuck out of here. Well, I guess in New York, it's more likely. Okay, you know, he falls in love with her, and he believes in monogamy, and he believes in not using women, and he believes in respecting women and letting them make their own choices. You know, and getting butthurt when a girl that he likes another guy better than him, you know, and crying about it, you know, and just being depressed and sulky, and, you know, like that. This is a fucking male. Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you think Brad Pitt cries about a girl that fucking didn't want to be with him? Do you think he cries about that? You know, no. You know why he does it? Because he's got a lot of fucking girls that want to be with him. Who gives a shit if one of them doesn't? Okay, next. Just like that. Okay? So why the fuck is this guy all butthurt over Holly Golightly because she's a golder? You knew that when you fucking met her. And he's crying about her. Get the fuck out of here. This ain't fucking believable. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is what I'm going to give you here. A straight man's point of view. What would realistically happen if this fucking bullshit scenario really did happen? How would it go down for real? Okay, I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view, okay? That's the difference here. I do not censor myself, so if you're easily offended, if you're easily fucking butthurt, get the fuck out of here right now. I will not censor myself. All right? The real question you need to ask yourself is, can you handle it? Can you handle the truth? That's what you're gonna get here. Big dose of truth. Straight up, baby, with no lube. No lube. All right, so here we go. Now, this is what, part 10? Yeah, I'm taking apart every single scene in this movie, okay? This is part 10 of my review. Now, where we left off last time is we're over halfway through with the movie now, and finally, Mr. fucking Deuce Bigelow himself, Paul Varjak, has finally fucking nailed Holly Golightly. Finally, after all this time, after all the parties, all the dates, after being in the friend zone throughout the entire movie, after longing for her, after spying on her while she's singing Moon River out her window, after following her around, after doing whatever the fuck she asked him to do, after all of that shit, after being friend zoned, basically. Okay, after all the times that she snuck into his fucking apartment while he was asleep, everything, okay? After all of that, all the talks that they've had, okay, all the fucking platonic dates they've been on, all the times they went to prison together, all the times they fucking shoplifted together, all the shit that they've done together. He's been obsessed about this girl, okay? And she's been like acting like she likes him and then pushing away from him. She acts like, oh, I need you, please, I need a man to save me. And he, of course, is Captain Save-A-Ho. Of course he is. Fuck his whole life. All he cares about is Holly. He'll do whatever the fuck she wants. Then she pushes him away. He's like, oh, why, Holly? Come back to me, Holly, please. I love you. Yeah, that's not the way a fucking male gigolo acts. Okay, that's the way this one acts. Why? Because it was written by gay guys. Okay, so yeah, they don't understand what a fucking straight man is, just like Sex and the City. They don't understand what a fucking straight man is. Okay, not a guy like this. There are guys like this, but they don't act this way. They sure as fuck don't act this way. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so he's in love with her, and he finally has sex with her, okay? After they went shoplifting on a date, if you want to call it that. They went shoplifting on a date. He brings her back to his place. They're all giddy about it. They end up fucking. Okay, now obviously we didn't see it. It was 1961. They can't really show that. But they leave clues to let you know what happened. He wakes up the next morning in his fucking silk silver pajamas on his silk silver bed sheets. He wakes up in his own apartment. There's space on his side, on the other side of the bed, so you know that someone was sleeping there. Okay, she's not there when he wakes up because they can't show that. Okay, but if he looks over at the statue and because his apartment's completely furnished. Okay, it's beautiful because his sugar mama, 2E, yes, that's her real name, 2E, pays for everything. She basically, he's a kept man. She bought him that apartment. She bought him his wardrobe, his sheets, that gold statue in his living room, his typewriter, and she pays him $300 every time he fucking lays the pipe. She pays him $300. It's good work, and this is 1961 money, okay? 1961 money, okay? So $300 back then is like $3,000 today. Okay, all right. So every time, yeah, not bad, huh? Not bad. Shit, I gotta get in that racket. Who says I haven't? Never mind. It's about me. Yeah. So that's going on here, and he looks over at the statue, and there's two masks there. It's the mask that they shoplifted from the fucking dollar store. The dollar store that had a fucking store detective in it. Yeah, it did, remember? Yeah. They went to Tiffany's earlier in the day, and there was no store detective there. But the dollar store, they had a store detective there. Oh my God. That they made eye contact with throughout the entire time they were looking for something to steal. Yeah, right. Like I said, did I tell you this movie belongs on the fucking Sci-Fi Channel? Well, it does. Okay, so yeah, so he sees the mask there, so he's all smiling, he's all happy. His pussy got all wet because now she likes him. I'm sorry. I was just calling it like I see it, okay? His dick got all wet because some girl likes him now. He finally nailed the girl that he's been in love with throughout the whole fucking movie. Why is he in love with her? I don't know. He already knew she was a fucking gold-digging bitch when he first met her. Okay, he already knew that she fucking uses men for money, and if they don't have any money, then she has no use for them. He has no fucking money. The only money he's got, he gets from his sugar mama that he uses for money. So, like, he's no better than she is, and therefore she's not attracted to him. Okay, because she's looking for a guy that's got status, a guy who's got social status, a guy that can provide for her, a guy that can afford to give her $50 every time she goes to the fucking bathroom, a guy that won't get butthurt every time fucking he pays for everything and for all of her friends, which she really doesn't have any friends, but she makes friends at these parties, and she gets the guy to pay for everything, and then she fucking ditches him if the guy's not attractive. If the guy's attractive, then she will fuck him, but she ain't gonna see him again unless he fucking offers up more money. Okay, yeah, she's a prostitute. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, and that's the woman he's in love with. Okay, he's in love with the fucking prostitute. Yes, he fell in love with her. There's no other women in New York that he might possibly be attracted to that aren't fucking gold digging fucking whores. Okay, no, it's the gold digging whore. That's the one that he's gonna fall in love with. You see how realistic this is? Absolutely. He's a fucking Greek god. Okay, he looks like a fucking Ken doll. Okay, George Chappard, Hannibal from fucking 18. Yeah, he can't get better than Holly Golightly. Okay, yes, get the fuck out of here. Okay, his sugar mama has more morals than fucking Holly Golightly. Okay, at least she's honest about what she does. Okay, she tells him straight up what he's there for, to give it to her straight up. Okay, at least Holly Golightly pretends to like you, pretends to fall in love with you, to get you to spend all your fucking money, and then she fucking ditches you. That's Holly Golightly. Okay, but that's the one he's in love with. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Oh my fucking if Paul was maybe like 20, 22 or some shit like that, a young kid, you know, who hasn't been with that many girls, I could see him falling for this shit. Here's a woman who looks sophisticated, cultured, she's a debutante, you know, she knows a lot more about things than he does. I could see him falling for her, absolutely, because she could open a whole new world for him that he didn't know anything about. Okay, but this guy's like around the same age as her, like 31, 32, okay? He fucks women for money, for Christ's sake. That's what he does for a living. And he's gonna sweat Holly Golightly? Are you out of your fucking mind? Oh my god. Anyway, he should be fucking going through fucking married women like crazy, dude. Like a hot knife through butter. Okay? This guy should be living in a fucking penthouse. You know, with all the fucking money. Think Deuce Bigelow. Okay, remember that guy? Remember what was the name? Armand? Okay, the real fucking gigolo from Deuce Bigelow. Yeah, that guy. He should be living like that. Okay, not like this. Not the fucking typewriter that he doesn't even fucking write in. You know, this is bullshit. Anyway, and he's in love with Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, okay, but you ladies believe it. You believe it, so yeah. So we'll continue with the fucking fantasy. The female fantasy written by a gay guy. Okay, so moving around along. So he's in love with her. He goes down to her apartment. He wears the mask because he's all giddy. You know, he's probably still hard. You know. I'm sorry, but you know, Audrey Hepburn doesn't really look like she could take it too many times. If you know what I'm talking about, she doesn't look like she's got the best stamina and flexibility. If you know what I mean. I mean, if it was me and her in bed, I'd be afraid to break her. I really would. First of all, I wouldn't be on top because I know I would crush her. Number one, I'm fucking 6'2". Okay, so I know I would crush her. Okay. You know, so yeah, I would be afraid to hurt her. I would. Okay, she's too fucking delicate. Like I said, she looks emaciated. She doesn't look like she's got no fucking meat on her because she's skinny as fuck. She got no ass. No, she got the body of a 13-year-old boy. Okay, she does. She got a pretty face. But every time we see it, they got a filter, so you don't see the blemishes. Okay, you know, and only when the fucking jewelry she's wearing doesn't fucking sparkle all over the fucking camera. You know, so yeah, it's like, you know, she's not really that sexually attractive. She's not. I'm sorry, ladies. I know you love her, but she's not attractive. This is a man's point of view. Like, I know you ladies think she's flawless, okay? But yeah, it's a straight guy, okay? They're like, yeah, she's okay, but you know, I wouldn't fuck, you know, I wouldn't dump my girlfriend for her. You know what I mean? Okay, anyway, but this guy, Paul Varjek, would. The male gigolo, he would dump his fucking only source of income, 2E, his married sugar mama that pays for everything. He would dump her for Holly Golightly. So he goes downstairs wearing the mask. She ain't there. The cat's there. Of course, the cat with no name that she does not own, but she does take care of it and feed it. That's there, but Holly's not there. He doesn't know where the fuck she is. All right, so he goes out to check the hallway. Now, he snuck into her apartment because he lives right above her. They communicate through the fucking fire escape. Okay, Holly goes out on the fire escape. She goes up to his apartment. He lives right above her. He comes down from this fire escape to her apartment. That's how they do it, okay? So he sneaks into her room because they always leave their windows unlocked. Yeah, in New York, no less. Okay, he sneaks into her room. She ain't there. He's walking. So he opens up her door to look out in the hallway. And when he does that, he sees 2E, his sugar mama, walking down the hallway, about to go upstairs to his apartment, and she has a key because that's her apartment. She pays for it. So he's like, oh shit, he closes the door. She did not see him. He runs up the fire escape to open the door for her, okay? And of course, he's wearing the fucking stupid ass fucking dog max that he stole the other day from the fucking dollar store, okay? So anyway, so she gets there, okay, and 2E gets there. He opens the door for her, okay. Now, she's happy to see him. She's happy to see him because if you remember, they were supposed to fuck the other day, and she had to cancel because her husband came home early, okay, from some trip. So she had to pretend that she had to pretend that she was talking to one of her girlfriends to reschedule it to a lunch instead of a dinner, you know, whatever, you know. So her husband's none the wiser. And then she also thought that fucking maybe Jeb Clampett from the Beverly Hillbillies was a private detective that was following her. that was hired by her husband to follow her to see who the fuck she's been boning, okay, when he's not around, okay. But now we found out that's not who Jeff Clampett was. That was actually fucking Holly's husband. Lula Mae's husband from Tulip, Texas. Okay, yeah, she got married when she was 12. Yeah, okay, and he was like, what, 54? Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, it's the South. So anyway, so she shows up there. He's wearing the mask. She thinks he looks ridiculous. Now she's happy to see him because she just wants to fucking drop chow and get filled out. Okay, but he does not want to see her. He actually is not happy that she's there. His fucking meal ticket, that's what she is, his meal ticket. He's not happy that she's there. He doesn't want to fuck her, because he's in love. He fell in love with a prostitute. Okay, that's who his heart belongs to. Hence, that's who his dick belongs to. Because we all know, guys, don't we, that your dick and your heart are attached to each other. You can't have one without the other. You can't have sex unless you're in love. Okay, and you can't be in love unless you have sex. Okay, yeah, exactly, right? This movie's realistic. Did I say it was written by a gay guy? Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so that's going on here. He's not happy to see her, okay? But since she's here, he might as well break the news to her and fucking dump her ass, despite the fact that he has no fucking plan B. Not really. He has no way to support himself. Yeah, he sold one short story for $50, but he hasn't sold anything in fucking 6 years, a novel that nobody fucking read, okay? So he's a piece of shit author is what he is. He's not very good, okay? And he's not going to get good until he starts really cranking out the stories, but he's not going to make money while he's doing that, so he has to live off of this fucking sugar mama until he makes it as a writer, okay? Well, he said, fuck all that. I'm in love now. I'm going to throw away my fucking meal ticket. I'm going to throw away my fucking security, okay, my beautiful apartment, and all I got to do is fuck her, my clothes, my expensive wardrobe, my liquor that she buys me, I'm going to throw that all away in this beautiful fucking brownstone apartment, in a nice neighborhood. I'm going to throw all that away because I just fell in love with a fucking hooker. So that's what he decides to do, because, you got to weigh them out. Well, what are the options here? Yeah, I would have done the same thing too. Okay, of course I would have. Of course I would have. All right, so yeah, so he tries to explain to her without really hurting her feelings. There's no way around it. Okay, basically she tells him, are you going to wear that mask? If it's an important conversation you want to have, do you want to wear that mask? Because if you do, I'm going to have to wear a mask too, which means that, if you're going to fucking talk to me wearing that stupid ass fucking dog mask, then I'm going to have to wear this fucking cat mask. Okay, yeah, she noticed it. She knows that he's been fucking another woman. She can tell, okay? And she's like, so if you want to be honest with me, if you're going to talk to me like that, then I'm going to talk to you like this, okay? So you want an honest conversation, take the mask off, and then I'll respond to you honestly, okay? So, okay, so he says nothing, but she figures it out. Obviously, she knows that he's been screwing someone else, okay? And so, he says, what is it? Girl trouble? That's not so serious. I don't like it, but I have been expecting something like this. So who is she? A cocktail waitress? A sales clerk? He's like, this has nothing to do with her. This is between you and me. You're a stylish woman. Can't we do this stylishly? Dude, you talk about fucking shooting yourself in the fucking foot, man. This guy, I don't blame him for wanting to end it with her. I get it. Okay, I wouldn't want to be kept with a woman either. Okay, but until I have a fucking plan in mind to get the fuck out of my situation, until I have some solid goals, something that's achievable that I can do on my own, okay, why the fuck up your security? Why do that? I mean, she's paying your bills for now. Fucking let her. Let her until you get some shit together. And then once you've got that set up, and then you fucking give her the fucking Dear Jane speech, okay? And then you go off with Holly if you're so fucking stupid enough to fucking do that, okay? But no, this guy's not gonna do that. He's an idiot times two. Okay, he's gonna the only security he's got, he's gonna cut it off so he can be with a woman who fucking uses men for their money. All right. Yeah. So he says, we can do this stylishly, Okay. And she's like, oh, so it is serious. Well, now, what do you mean by end it? What do you mean by end it stylishly? He's like, because it's time to end it. He's like, oh, I do believe Andy Hardy has found true love. Okay, now, For those of you who don't know that reference, okay, I mentioned it in a few videos ago. Andy Hardy was a character from 1939 to 1941. Mickey Rooney, it was basically a teenage film franchise that MGM had. Okay, it was for the kids, it was for the teenagers in the late 30s, early 40s. Okay, it starred Mickey Rooney, who was a child actor. He played a teenager named Andy Hardy. Okay, and basically the movie series was about his adventures of being a teenager, at working at school, at falling in love with girls at school, that kind of shit. So basically, Mickey Rooney, who was in this movie, playing an Asian guy named Mr. Yonishi. Okay, the reason they made that Andy Hardy reference was because Mickey Rooney is a friend of Blake Edwards, the director. They used to be roommates, in fact. And he fucking threw him a bone. His career was in the shitter during this time. So he threw him a bone. He put him in this movie to play a fucking, a horrible, a racist stereotype of an Asian man, Mr. Yonishi, which he does pretty well in this movie with the fake teeth, you know, the shaved eyebrows, you know, all that kind of shit. Oh, yo, I must protest, Miss Golightly. I call the Department of Health on you. Yeah, like that. You know, always bumping into shit, fucking always fucking, you know, crashing into stuff, you know, locking himself out of the apartment. Stupid shit like that. That's what Mr. Yonishi does. Okay, that's what he does. He's a fucking comic relief that's not fucking funny at all. It's actually disgusting. Okay, but you know, Blake Edwards was friends with Mickey Rooney, so he threw him a bone. Okay, now back to Andy Hardy. Andy Hardy was his most famous role back when he was a teenager. Okay, now you got to realize that Mickey Rooney in 1939, Mickey Rooney was the equivalent of Justin Bieber. Okay, he was a teen idol. He was very famous. Okay, his movies, his film franchise, the Andy Hardy movies, were the most financially successful movies in the history of Hollywood at that time in MGM. Okay, he was like the highest paid actor in the world. Okay, back in 1939, 1940, 1941. That was the height of the Andy Hardy series. These movies were very popular. The only reason the movie stopped is because all the young men had to go fight World War II. Okay, because we got Pearl Harbor happened, and then all of a sudden guys couldn't go to the movies anymore. All right, but it was incredibly successful. Like I said, he was the highest paid actor in Hollywood at that time. So he could basically have any woman that he wanted, despite the fact that he's like 4'11". He's a short little motherfucker. Okay, but he was very good friends with Judy Garland. She was also a child actress. You know, Wizard of Oz, Julie Garden. Yeah, they were in several movies together. Okay, and they were promoted. They were publicized together at all the parties, all the red carpet events, the Academy Awards. They were always together, even though it was a platonic friendship. Actually, in real life, Judy Garland did have the hots for Mickey Rooney, but Mickey Rooney was a high status man at that time, so he had his pick of movie stars. He didn't want to fuck a doughy looking fucking 4'11" girl Judy Garland when he could have fucking Betty Grable. In fact, he took Betty Grable's virginity. That's what he said. Okay, he took Betty Grable's virginity when she first started off. He also took Ava Gardner's virginity. Yeah, I wonder how Frank Sinatra felt about that. He married Ava Gardner, who was actually the hottest woman in Hollywood at that time. Ava Gardner, yeah, exactly. He fucked Lana Turner. He took Lana Turner's virginity. Of course, that's what he said. She said that her lawyer actually took her virginity when she was 16. Who the fuck knows? All right. Anyway, so yeah, he had his pick of women. Women were always throwing themselves at him. Teenage girls were always throwing themselves at him. Even adult women were. Joan Crawford fucked Mickey Rooney. Yeah, because he was getting more money than she was. So yeah, it's like when older women, they always want to, even when they're old. Okay, like Madonna, for example. Madonna was fucking Vanilla Ice. Like Vanilla fucking Ice in 1990. Why? He was a lot younger than her. Why? Because he was popular. He was the most popular guy for like 3 months in 1990. Vanilla Ice was the most popular guy in the world, music-wise. So of course she fucked him because he was the most popular guy at that time. Okay, Joan Crawford did the same fucking shit. Okay, so Andy Hardy, Mickey Rooney was the most popular actor in the world at the time, so of course she's gonna fuck him. Even though she was like, in her late 20s, actually she was in her early 30s, and he was like, what, 17? 16? So yeah, of course, she didn't give a fuck. He was popular, so she fucked him. You see what I mean? That's the kind of shit that happened in Hollywood back in the day. It still happens today. Okay, but yeah, Mickey Rooney was the biggest thing in the world at that time. Okay, Andy Hardy was the most successful film franchise ever at that time. Okay, so yeah, how the mighty have fallen. Of course, Mickey Rooney's career did not stay that way. He went out. He had to go fight World War II. Ava Gardner dumped him for another guy, Peter Lawford, I think it was. And eventually she ended up with Sinatra. Then that fucking, I ain't gonna talk about that. Howard Hughes. You also had, yeah, she was with him too. Okay, yeah, she fucked a lot of guys. She fucked a lot of guys. Mickey Rooney was just the start of a very long career of fucking guys, all right? So yeah, so anyway, so that was Mickey Rooney. That was Andy Hardy. He played Andy Hardy. Okay, that was what made him famous as a child actor. He could not keep the fame, but that's why they reference Andy Hardy. Okay, now you know. Moving right along, so Tui says, oh, Andy Hardy has fallen in love. Because she's old enough to have watched those movies when she was a teenager, okay? So anyway, that was like 20-something years ago. Okay, so Paul says she's a girl who can't help anyone. Not even herself. I can help her. And you know what? That's a nice feeling for a change. And 2E is like, oh, well, she's not a waitress. She's not a sales girl. She would have to be rich so that she could help you. And then he tells, she can't even help herself, but I can help her. And that's a good feeling for a change. You know, that kind of shit, you know. Sorry, I missed that part. So 2E says, like, all right, I understand. You're right, Paul. I am a stylish girl. She pulls out her checkbook and starts writing a check. What are you doing? You've seen me write checks before. Here. $1,000. Take her away somewhere, you know, for a week. You're entitled to vacation with pay. Yeah, you know what? That $1,000 check in 1961 is worth 10 grand today in 2023. Yes, I did check. You know, it's just fair labor practice, darling. If you were really smart, you and your friends, you get some other boys together and organize a union. That way you can get all the fringe benefits. Medical, dental, pension plan, and unemployment insurance. For when you're, how should I say it? Between engagements. So basically, she's throwing the fucking threat at him. Okay, like, hey, listen, asshole. Listen, you fucking dick. Okay, listen, Mr. Big Cock. Okay, you need to do what I say. I own your ass. Okay, you need me more than I need you. Okay, you make a lot of money off of me, and if you want to fuck me over, okay, you're going to be out in the fucking street. Okay? So tell you what. I gotta fuck my husband when he's home too, so fuck it. You wanna take a vacation? Fine. Go take this girl somewhere nice. You can fuck the shit out of her. I don't care. But just remember who you belong to. And get your ass back here when you're done. Capiche? And of course, because this movie is extremely realistic, he basically tells her to go fuck off. Basically, he does. I mean, not in those words. Okay, I know if I was in that situation, I'd be like, hey, thanks for being understanding. I would take the check. Okay, I'll see you in a week. Aloha. That's what I would do. And honestly, ladies, I know it's going to break your heart to hear this, okay? But you got to remember, we're not talking about some guy that works at a bank. We're not talking about some guy that fucking writes for a magazine or some shit like that, or a normal job, a lawyer or some shit, okay? We're talking about a fucking male gigolo. Okay, he pounds 2E for a living. Okay, he charges by the inch. Okay, he's not leading the A team yet. He ain't there yet. Okay, he's fighting another war right now. Okay, and you're gonna tell me that's like the best offer he could get. Oh, so not only can I fuck whoever I want, but I get vacation time too. You know, you're going to pay for me to take her out? Holy shit. Dude, this is like a fucking, she's a genie in a bottle. Okay? Holy shit. I would take this. Abso-fucking-lutely, I would take this. You think Holly Golightly's going to change? Just for me? Get the fuck out of here. She couldn't even stay with her fucking husband. Okay? She's not going to change. So why the fuck makes him think that he can change her? You know? Oh, this woman seduces men for a living. For Christ's sake, you fucking dumbass. What do you think she's been doing to you this whole fucking time? Now, I love her. I love her. And she loves me. And that's all that matters. Yeah. If this movie is realistic, I swear to God, within 5 minutes, he'd be fucking living in a fucking alley and jerking off. But, you know. What do I know, right? I'm just a straight guy who watched this fucking piece of shit. All right. So yeah, so she basically gives him the offer of a lifetime, and he shuts her down. He says no because all of a sudden the fucking gigolo has fucking integrity. He has integrity now. It turns out he had it the whole time. He just didn't know it. That's why he never used it. But right now, when this woman says, yes, you can fuck other women, it's fine. As long as you fuck me on a regular basis, it's fine. You can go on vacation. I'll pay for everything. No problem. You know, now he's got integrity. And he realized that's not what he wants. No, what he wants is Holly. He's got no fucking money on his own that he earned except for the $50 in his pocket. You know, he's got shit going on for him. Literally, the only thing he could do is fucking sell his cock. Okay? That's the movie we're watching. He has no choice. It's either that or he's going to live in the gutter. He has to peddle his pud. Oh, yeah. See the problems that these guys have? This is a fucking rom-com. Are you out of your fucking mind? Oh, my God. Yeah, so anyway, he shoots her down because he's got integrity now. All right, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, he tells her, he says, like, thank you, 2E, for making this easy for me. You know, and then he walks into his closet, the closet that she paid for, and he goes through. There's like fucking 20, 30 sets of fucking jackets there, you know, designer jackets. He grabs one of them that she paid for. He grabs one of them and puts it on. He's like, you know what, 2E, I got my own check. Yeah, but your check's not for $1,000. Your check's for 50 fucking bucks. All right? I mean, that's what Holly charges to go to the fucking bathroom, for Christ's sake. All right? And he's like, I got my own check, 2E. You know, for the next writer that you go help, make sure he's the same size as me. That way, you don't have to pay to shorten all the sleeves on these jackets. Take that. And then he walks out of there, right? And she's just like, okay, look, I have known women that do pay for sex. I have known women like that. Yes, I have. All right? And this ain't the way you treat them. Oh, my fucking God. Okay? You know, dude, you had a great thing going there. All right? I mean, she was putting no pressure on you to get rid of this girl. You know, you have no fucking morals, for Christ's sake. I mean, you're not an evil person, okay? But you are a dumb fuck. Oh, come on, you got nothing going on in your life except your writing career, but you don't write. You know, but yet you've already accepted trips to fucking Rome with her. You know, this luxury apartment. I mean, he's accepted all these things from her, and all he's got to do is fuck her. And now all of a sudden he's going to grow a conscience? Like, what the fuck movie am I watching here? Where's the character development? Where's the progression? Where is the impetus that would make him even want to turn his life around? Holly? Are you fucking crazy? A prostitute that uses men? He knows. She's not even hiding it from him. Okay, she openly talks about other guys in front of him. And it hurts his feelings. But he's still in love with her. Why? Because she does shit like that. Okay, yes, this is the way you flirt with a guy. This is the way you seduce a guy, ladies. You got to show weakness. That way a guy can feel strong by helping you, okay? But come on, this isn't your average guy. This would work on an average guy. This guy's a fucking male gigolo. He's got a fucking sugar mama that lets him fuck other women. What the fuck is he going to give that up for? Would you give that up, guys? Of course you wouldn't. I wouldn't. Not right away. You know, not if I had nothing else fucking going for me. I would stay with where I am until something better comes along, until I get better, until I accomplish something. We know once I've got something to hold on to, once I've built my fucking lifeboat, then I fucking leave the island. You see what I mean? He hasn't done that. He's just jumping off the island and gonna swim somewhere. You got no idea where. Hoping that fucking Holly will go with him. And he knows Holly. He knows how Holly's a fucking piece of shit woman. Yes, she's charming. She's stylish. But she's dumb as fuck and she's a slut. And he's gonna gamble everything on that. He's gonna roll the dice and put it all on Holly. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. All right, enough of my rant. I am going to finish this review for today right now, but I will be back shortly and I will continue my review of Breakfast at Bullshit. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Bullshit at Tiffany's. And I thank you for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.